Hi again. I am back. This time I'm gonna show you guys the stuff we picked up at Dollar Tree, and we found a new Dollar Tree, well, new to us not too long ago, and I hadn't been in a while, but I really liked it. It was really big and had a really good selection of things, and I remembered it was there, so we went ahead and went. We went ahead and went. We went ahead and went. That's right, right? That's correct English. Am I grammatically correct? It didn't sound right. But anyway, we went and I picked up quite a few things that I'm going to show you. It's just a whole bunch of random things. I have bags everywhere. So let's just get into it. Food-wise, I picked up a whole bunch of canned fruit. Reason being, I got a NutriBullet for Christmas. And I love milkshakes and smoothies and that type of thing. But my blender just doesn't do it. So I mentioned to my sister that I wanted one. And I got one. So I use canned fruit. Not the whole shebang. But I used a little bit of canned fruit in my smoothies just for convenience purposes. So I picked up some Libby's Chunky Pineapple, some Pampa sliced mango, and not for nothing, guys, this particular brand of sliced mango is almost as good as a fresh one. And I've tried the diced and the sliced in like Libby and what is that, Lucky Leaf and Del Monte and all that, and they're kind of sour, which is weird because a fresh mango isn't sour. And these are good. These taste like the real deal. So FYI, Pampa brand is pretty friggin' good. I also picked up a Pampa can of pears. I don't really like pears. They're kind of gritty to me, the yellow and the green ones. I have come across some red ones at the 99 cent only that are really, really good, very sweet, and they're smooth. They're not as gritty and grainy as most pears, but I've never seen the red ones in a can. So I picked this up because I like to just make a whole big variety of smoothie, and I like the taste of pear. And when you mash it up, you can't really get that grit. I picked up some Swiss Miss with marshmallows because, as you guys know, I have been battling the flu the last few weeks. I'm way better now. But I was sipping on hot chocolate and tea like nobody's business, and I forgot how good this was. So we were out, and I picked some up. Every time I made myself a mug, the kids wanted some, so we are out. I picked up the Stouffer's iced animal cookies. These are so good, and I forget how good they are until I come across the bag. And man, me and the kids are like toddlers. We open this bag up, you'd figure all of us are like 3 years old up in this house with a cookie in our hand, just in heaven. They're so good. They're real tasty. And then I came across these home-style candy bonbons. They're these, look how pretty they are. They're these little coconut balls covered in colorful frosting. And I hope the dye in the frosting doesn't mess with my allergies and send me to the hospital. But I love coconut. And there's something so pretty about these. And I figured, how can you jack up coconut? Hopefully the coconut don't jack me up. But I'm going to try these. I might try these with the little taste test stuff from the 99 cent only. Or I may devour these in one sitting. But we'll see. I'll let y'all know if they're any good. I picked up a fake plumber. What is the name brand one? Liquid plumber. I've picked up a fake one, and I know it's only $1, but I hope it works because I need this. Like I told you guys, there's something funny going on with the sink in my bathroom, and even if it is just $1, I hate to have wasted $1 on something that I really need. So I hope that works. I'll let y'all know. Picked up some tissues because I still need them. I picked up some Assured brand honey lemon cough drops. And when I'm sick, there's nothing more telling than being sick than sucking on a cherry mentholatum anything. Just menthol just screams sick, germs, cooties. It's just really, really gross. Like psychologically, I swear I feel worse anytime I suck on anything mentholated when I'm sick. Because doesn't it just scream sick house, sick bed, germs. Ew. So I try and get something that's not so obvious. A cough drop and lemon and honey. Y'all know that's a good combo. And I start to coughing like an old lady in the middle of the night, and those really, really help. I had some berry ones that I just finished that were not very good, but I don't waste crap. So I finished them off. But I was happy I found the honey ones. I grabbed those. And I found some Breathe Right strips. Now, I don't know how much they are anywhere else, but I know they're not $1. So I went ahead and grabbed them because I have this issue. Uh, I'll wake up one morning with this one stuffed and this one running like a river. And it's like if my pillow's not stuck to my face, I'm just a mess. Sorry if that's too much information. But I'm hoping these will help the situation, at least in the one blocked nostril, when I do wake up feeling all messed up. But I thought $1 was pretty good because, like I said, I'm pretty sure those aren't $1 anywhere else. I found some books. More. I found Dewey's 9 Lives, and this is the sequel to the original Dewey. And I would love to get my hands on the original Dewey. Look, because apparently the very first book, can y'all see that? Yeah. Apparently the very first book was written by the Dewey's owner, and the story was about how much this kitty affected his life, his and her life. It's a couple. And how this kitty came into their lives and just made all the difference in the world when things were, really rough and tumble for them. And apparently this book that I'm telling you, I hope I can get my hands on the original. Apparently this made such an impact for people. It was like a #1 bestseller. People started writing the author's letters about how their pet, their cat, affected their life and got them out of the funk mode and this and that and this and that. And so he wrote the second book, and this is 4 stories of his readers, 4 stories of them sharing how their kitty cat has changed their life for the better. And I am a cat lady by nature. I think I was a cat in a past life, and then I'm a Leo, so go figure. I think that's gonna make me feel warm and fuzzy. I found the Echo Chamber. This one sounds very, very interesting. Not to bore you guys, but just check this out really, really quick. Evie Stepman, born to British parents in Lagos, Nigeria in 1946, is raised there in the 1950s during the last decade of British rule. Even as she grows in her mother's womb, Evie begins to develop a remarkable trait, an extraordinarily acute sense of hearing. Now at 54, sitting alone in an attic in Scotland filled with emotionally charged objects from her past, her grandfather's pocket watch, her father's decayed Mapamundi with his depiction of monstrous races, her collection of unica or one-of-a-kind objects, her powers of hearing are starting to fade, and with them her memories. She must record the events and sounds of her life before it all disintegrates into a meaningless din. It's kind of sad sounding. I hope y'all aren't asleep. Hello. Y'all awake? Wake up! It just really sounded interesting, and I'm gonna like to read that. And I share this type of in-depth things for those of you guys who are like me, dollar store library geeks. In case y'all want to pick them up. This one is Falling Together. I had bought this book before a while back, and I love the read of it. Group of friends is contacted by one. They used to go to college together. They want to come back for a college reunion, and they think it's going to be all happy and glory, and apparently not. Dark secrets are unearthed and truths are told, and y'all know women things happen. I had bought this with the intention of reading it and never got around to it because I have a huge stack of books. But I thought my sister would love it, so I gave my sister my original, and I'm glad I found this one because I'll probably start reading that one tonight. I really wanted to read it, and I'm currently not reading anything. I finished one of my last books. So, The Accidental Socialite I mentioned in my call yesterday. My Yays and Nays video. I just finished reading that not too long ago, so I'll start reading that one. And if anybody's interested in any of these titles, yay or nay, let me know. Ask me. I'll share. Okay, another bag. Bottle brush. The reason I bought a bottle brush is because I think I am falling into border hoarding. A border hoarder. I'm borderline hoardery. For some reason, I am fascinated with the shapes of bottles, like salsa bottles, the spaghetti sauce bottles. Once you take the label off, if they're a pretty shape, I want to keep them. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. I intend to store things in them, nuts, screws, loose change, that type of thing. I definitely intend to use them for organizing, but I'm starting to stash them away, and this helps clean them really, really well. So I grabbed that. I picked up some frosted bulbs. These are 100 waters because I need better light in this whole house, as y'all can tell. And my kitchen light bulb's blue. So I'm kind of cooking with the light over my stove and this dining room light shining in there. Oh, I found these and I thought these were cool because I didn't know you could buy these for $1. They're these little electrical switchy things with a little light bulb. Can you see the light bulb? And these are used like in those Christmas scapes, little houses that light up when you do your Christmas display. Y'all know what I'm talking about? And the reason I bought these is because, as some of you might know, if you guys have watched me for a while or watched any of my haul videos, my little dude is obsessed with ceramic houses. Just anything house-like, church-like, cabin-like, little houses. And the majority of the ones that we find at the thrift store have that little hole at the bottom where you can tell there at one point was one of these little light bulb fixtures in it. And we have two, a real pretty log cabin and a church. And they're not Christmas themed, so it's not going to be weird if they were to be out and about. And I have them on his windowsill because he likes to look at them. And I thought this is going to make it so much more better for him because I can actually put these in a little hole on the bottom of each. One has a hole on the bottom, one has a hole in the back. And I can light them up for him, and I think he's just going to love it because the Christmas ones we have that light up, he's all about that. I just put him up from Christmas, and he was a little disappointed. So now I can light up his log cabin in the little church. But I thought that was a really good deal for $1. I mean, if you're crafty and you want to make your own like little hanging lamps or whatever, these are perfect for $1. Yeah, I've seen stuff like this at Walmart for like $7, $8, $9. So I'd grab them if you're on a crafty side. Batteries, because all the little Christmas toys he has are already starting to sound like drunkards. If they talk, they're sounding like that. Because he needs batteries. So grab some of that. Picked up some VO5, my bathroom and my oldest bathroom, before I found the VO5 for men, but you can never have too much shampoo. So no regrets there. A huge flipper, spatula, whatever you call them, because I make really monster sized pancakes, and I don't like for them to like droop over the edge and then the batter runs off and makes a mess. And I like a pretty pancake, not some weird shaped mutant pancake. So I grabbed this. It's a little flimsy, but for $1, I'm not expecting, cast iron, and I think it'll be just fine. I grabbed some Physicians Formula Pink Organics blush. I do not have this color. And when I found this, I flashed back to Thrifty Chica. I watched a video of her. She was reviewing dollar store items, and she purchased, I believe it was the face powder in the Physicians Formula, and she said it smelled kind of rank and kind of funny. And I flashed back to the blush that I currently wear, which happens to be a Physicians Formula in a more brighter pink color. This one is more mauve. There I go again with that color. Very pretty color. I did not have this one, but I have the brighter one that I wear every time I do my face. And just because I wanted to be sure that nothing had passed me, I'm sitting here sniffing my blush, Ashley. But I'm glad the blushes aren't stinky. Apparently it was just the face powder that you had got. But this one's non-stinky, and it's a pretty color. Picked up a pumice stone, tomato, potato, whatever. I didn't buy this for my funky feet, for my scaly feet, nothing like that. The reason I bought it is because I read on YouTube or something that it's really good for getting off lime scale and that type of thing from shower walls or toilets and that type of thing in the bathroom, and they're not kidding. I used a pumice stone on some crazy, I think it was like lime scale at the bottom of my toilet. Sorry, I'm talking toilet talk. But it didn't matter what I cleaned with. There was this funny whatever at the bottom of the bowl, and it looked like I didn't clean my toilet. It was embarrassing and it was disgusting. I may have mentioned it to you guys a while back. And everything I used, I couldn't get it off. And I Googled it, like, this is disgusting. I don't want my toilet looking like nobody cleans it. So I saw videos of people using pumice stones against the lime scale and all that stuff, and it came right off. I used it months and months and months ago. It worked. Well, I'm starting to see that little telltale weirdness at the very, very bottom of my potty. So I grabbed another one. And hopefully it works. We have real high iron content in our water, and we get like red streaks along the shower walls and stuff, and it looks kind of psycho, kind of was somebody murdered in your shower, kind of. It's very strange. I mean, if you go like a day or two without giving it a wipe down from out of the shower, you start seeing kind of a pink tinge. What is that? It's iron in the water. I'm like, my Lord Jesus, that's why I don't drink tap water. But yeah, back to the pumice stone. That's why we have funky water here. So I bought that. I found a movie. Never heard of it. It's called Love and Distrust. Robert Pattinson, Sam Worthington, Robert Downey Jr., Amy Adams, and James Franco are in it. Those last three, I love them. Never heard of this movie. And James Franco on this movie, he's so cute. Isn't he just cute? His teeth look really awesome on this picture. I am a James Franco fan. Lord knows I do not have Julia Roberts choppers, okay? But I'm not a celebrity. I'm not on screen. James Franco here for a while was having some rock mouth going on. Do y'all know who James Franco is? Actor, awesome. He has some raggedy teeth, or at least had some raggedy teeth. I guess now that he's become more famous and is making more than one movie a year, he's put some of that money towards his trap, because his teeth were looking a little ragged. Now they're looking all pretty. But how did I get off talking about people's teeth? Not sure, but I am gonna watch it and let you guys know what it's about. Apparently, it's three separate stories of these three folks in the city and how they all somehow come together. I think the last few things, the last few things I picked up are these. My Dollar Tree runs out of these cute little socks so fast. There's hardly ever any in my size. And I found a whole bunch, so I had to grab them because I've been sitting in bed and freezing and my feet get cold and blah, blah, blah. I need to be snuggly, okay? So I picked up these cool zebra ones. These awesome purple and leopard, best of both worlds. I love leopard. I love purple. Are you kidding me? They're tacky as I don't know what, but I love them. Picked up these cute pink and white argyles. Adorable. Gotta have them. And then because 3 for $1 is just not nothing you just leave on the shelf, these are 3 pairs for $1. We have a little pink stripe, a little lime green stripe, and a little turquoise stripe. I thought those were really cute. And my feet are always cold, and especially I've noticed when I was sicker, I could not stay warm. So those are just gonna come in handy. But that's it. I think that's everything that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. Yep, that's it. And I'm gonna post this up, and then I'm gonna do a real quick. It might be a picture video. I don't know if it'll be a video, but I want to show you guys the stuff that I picked up at the yard sale today, because the sun came out, and my neighborhood, as soon as the sun comes out, the lawnmowers and people's junk in their garage come out. So we're a neat yard garage sale community up in here. But I want to show you guys what I picked up. So until my very next video, which will be very, very soon, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye. He had to say that.